Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series CGP League match between True AmBiTioN and the Factors. I'm Myksta, joined by Inmaniac. Inmaniac, not only do we have a great CGP match, the first of a double header for tonight, but this is also the first time we are testing out the broadcaster mode, which is always going to be a great sign. As I was about to swap on over, they ended it. So that killed my momentum, that killed my introduction. But Inmaniac, how are you going? How was your day?
I'm excellent. My day's been fantastic. Bit of a rough start this morning, but you know, who likes mornings? But now we've got a double header ahead of us, as you've mentioned. And yes, it is going to be our first time trying out this new broadcast. I'm pretty excited myself, and nothing's changed with our teams, so we can never get straight into a match. So at least that hasn't changed in our update. But no, I'm excited. What about yourself, Myksta?
I'm excited for this, not only because of the fact we have a double header tonight, which is great. We have more CGP action. The broadcaster mode looks great. I mean, it did take me a little while to get used to it. I haven't cast on it before. I haven't even looked at it. I just logged in. But I went into a private match, I loaded up the game, and I saw that it got changed. So I just wanted to confirm that for my own eyes and make sure, you know, just stomp out those rumors. But I didn't really get a chance to check it. And just as a side note, I don't actually know if it actually fits in our overlay correctly. I'm pretty sure it does. The bad thing is that my monitor display is going to be different to the stream one. So mine's going to look all messed up, but the stream should be able to look perfect. That should be how it goes. And, you know, just bad luck karma for me for my monitor in that aspect. But I mean, it looks great. I think it's going to be great, and I think it's a welcoming change to the broadcaster mode. But we are still waiting on these guys to start things on up. We have all team players. I'm not too sure exactly what's the hold up, but it is going to be Hardpoint Detroit for our first map here in this series, followed by Search and Destroy on Solar, and then a Capture the Flag on Biolab. Now, if needed, we'll swap to an uplink on Comeback, and then if needed, once again, go to a Search and Destroy, but this time it'll be on Riot. Now, so far, Maniac, these teams, True AmBiTioN 1 and 3, the Factors 2 and 2. Who do you think and who do you predict walking away with this match?
Well, I mean, you can always just look at the statistics and go with, all right, so the Factors, they've walked away with 2 wins so far compared to the 1 win of True AmBiTioN. I don't really think that tells much of a story, though. Something that should be noted, though, Mike, is that in the CGP so far, both of these teams have faced the exact same opponents. So both Defying History, Mind Freak, and the Faction. Now, obviously, both of those latter teams, Mind Freak and the Faction, easily the most dominant teams here in the CyberGamer Pro League, and both of these teams walked away with losses up against them. I'll just check here. I believe it was in a 3-0 fashion for both teams. So both of these teams we're about to see, both lost to the Faction and Mind Freak in 3-0. But it goes up against Dynasty and Defying History just a little bit different. We actually saw the guys from True AmBiTioN walk away with a win against Dynasty, but not against Defying History, and that is where the guys from the Factors got their extra win. That series did go down to the 5th round, though, so they went to the 5th game of a best-of-5, so they clutched the S&D in the end, and I don't really think you can pick these teams apart, Mike, when they're so close. I mean, it's only one game that separates them, and it went down to a game 5 S&D. They're looking very, very well-placed here against each other, so I'm just excited to see how this series is going to turn out for both of them.
So am I, and I just want to point one out, just in addition to what you were saying, is that I do believe the team of the Factors have a bit more experience as individual players. So I think that's going to be a factor to take in consideration. But we are finally ready to go here. Hardpoint Detroit. I wasn't lying when I said it was going to be a little bit different on my screen, but the stream end is fine. So I guess I'll just have to suck it up and get used to it. But let's jump on board with the Factors as we're on board with Excite as it goes into the basement. Remember, the first hardpoint will be here at the Atlas as teams will be contesting from both angles. You will have Excite taking down one, Vrenzen and Beaston take out others. Beaston actually makes it a double, so that's the entire team down from TA. First hardpoint control goes to the Factors, but the spawns are flipped, and now TA coming from the back.
What a strong start, though, for these guys from the Factors. You're right, TA coming back with a vengeance. So you see Crib and Carnage both picking up kills. Beast coming back, though. Gets the 2-piece there. H220 and Carnage both take a fall. He's going to be running through here to the back of the school now, just trying to get the flex on a few players. As we all know, they're all going to be rushing straight for that Atlas. I'm going to be seeing here, Carnage was in the middle. He was quickly dropped. Vrenzen and Beast is still picking up kills. I have to go back to Beaston right now, Mike. He's gone 6-0. As I say that, the caster play just got him there in the end. and he is taken down over with Crib now. He was in the middle Atlas here. He was promptly taken out. Your score after the first minute is going to be 23-16, but it was the guys from TA in position, but at the scrap time of that Atlas hard point. Look at this, and on your minimap, Mike, the Factors easily in control here at the screen hard point.
That they are, and I mean, you do notice still brand new hardpoint, of course, just recently rotated 45 seconds on that clock, and the score will now be 40 points to 16. Contested for a moment, but you see that kill feed lighting on up as Excite tries to be sneaky and going for a flank. He'll get shut down there by Physique as he also takes down Beeson, and Hunter will take down a Wolfie as well. You do notice the players are watching through that back green trailer, and we do have Renzi coming through the side, but even him being able to get those hip fire shots just weren't good enough because he got taken down in the end, and now the scores are about to be even, 40 points apiece as True AmBiTioN have now taken the lead.
Yeah, it's all going to be about the setup for this next rotation, Mike. I'm on with Carnage as he just gets mad, smacks Beaston in the face there. He's going to be moving out here to the backside of this map. He needs to watch himself. There's going to be one player right on his tail. They haven't seen each other just yet. It's going to be Beaston. He does spot him, so Beaston takes down Carnage, going really well right now. He did die quite a few times. Considering he was going 6-0, he's now 9-6, Mike, so that will coming back hard on him right now. We obviously are seeing this hard point rotate to the top right-hand side of your map there, and I'm still on with Beaston. He's going to be moving out, sees one player in front of him, gets the shots out. His teammate's going to take him down, so that's Wolfie and Excite both picking up kills right now. A bit of gunfire on your map, so everyone is moving up to this car park hard point. I see a couple of blue arrows on my map. That's Seiku's going to be in there. He is probably taking out Varenzen, picking up the huge two-piece, getting the headshot on Carnage as well. It's going to be Crib eventually cleaning him up. You've now got Beaston trying to hold it down. He is challenged. Carnage comes out on top before he is promptly taken down. It is going back and forth right now, and Excite is trying to hold it down and get these points. And Mike, it is still a less than double-digit game right now.
Excite just wasn't good enough to deal with the light machine gun out of Hunter. Now, Hunter got taken down in the back shortly after, and you do notice, as you mentioned, the score is just so close. The hard point now rotating over to its fourth location down at yellow. Now, the players from the Factors will make that just single player left alone in that one, and they got taken down quick work. That was Renzen who was the last one to drop there. Now they're trying to push on in, but Crib and the rest of TA are there to try and put a stop to all that. Varenzen taking on Carnage here. Varenzen walks away with that one, making it a double kill. Excite was there to help him out, and now Wolfie off that spawn will be trying to make something happen as well. Varenzen was just there with that pre-fire, but unfortunately just wasn't able to pick off that kill. Now still the score is so close, 83 points to 77 and counting. The Factors, I mean, they're giving it on. You got to keep in mind, Western Australian hosts, they might not be in the most comfortable of situations, but you know they're trying to make it work. And I mean, look at that double kill there by Excite. Wolfie takes down one as well. Varenzen's going to be going in the hill to just hold those points. 10 seconds until it rotates. It's going to rotate over onto the school, and right now True AmBiTioN are there, and they're trying to set up early to get this control.
Yeah, the Factors really finished off strong there in that yellow hard point, but as you said, it was True AmBiTioN who rotated early and had a nice setup here in the school. As we say that, I'm going to jump on with Varenzen. He has a mad slayer, as we know. He's got that ASM1 in hand, but he's going to be taken down. Zeke just a little too good for him. I'm going to be jumping over to him. In fact, he's gone 12 for 11. He's on the 2-kill streak. He needs to watch that that doorway straight in front of him. The teammate got in the way, and Beast is going to pick up such an easy double kill there. That was double throw for him as he was probably jumped at Carnage, as you hopefully saw just then, Mike, going off there. Wolfie, though, getting the big two-piece of that bow before he's going to be dropped. Beaston still going to work there before being finally dropped as well. H220 trying to go to work. Your score is 104 to 96. And Mike, we're at the halfway point when it comes to time, and these guys are back and forth. They are slow close right now.
That they are, and I mean, look at that scoreline. It was tied up for just a moment. Now, TA have taken the lead once again. 5-point game, 5 minutes on the clock. Everything's in fives right now, as the hard point will now rotate back to its initial location. It's at the Atlas. We have 5 more rotations left, including this one, as the contest will happen there over onto that Atlas side building. Carnage is going to be rotating over to the side here now. He's going to get shot down in the yard of Varenzen. With, once again, the player going to be in that hard point, going to be collecting those points for his team as he allows the remaining team members from the Factors just pick off those kills and get that control. Now, unfortunately, they weren't able to do that good enough because he got taken down, and you notice 3 of the players from TA are there, but Excite doesn't care. He's going to be trying to push on forward. He gets the assist for one. He sees the second. He should be able to get that call out. His teammates searching, and they will be able to take down that kill. Now, 1 player for 3 players doesn't seem like a bad trade, and even though it's still contested all the way here, no one's in this hard point at the moment getting these points.
Yeah, Carnage is just basically dancing around it there as we're going to be going into the scrap time. So obviously we need to look for that rotation. Obviously going over to the green side, look at the mini-map. You're going to see a whole lot of blue arrows. They are all over that left side of the map right now. You've got Zeke here. He's down low, just crouching, waiting for the players coming out of the hospital there. It's going to be a nice position. And just like that, as I say that, he cleans up Excite. His teammate H220 is going to be taking down Wolfie Beastin, trying to break the trend and come through. He shoots straight through that EMP and he's able to clean up the kill there. So he picks up one. Teammates though dropping, but Zeke is still going to work here. He picked up another kill there, and he is racking up the points right now. As you can see on your minimap, they're trying to rotate the back behind him towards the back of green, but it's going to be the player coming through the front to clean him up there. I'm over with Excite, dropping down low to take down Carnage as well. He picked up the two-piece, 150 to 130 right, 139. As I say that, we're going to be seeing the guys from Factors back in control, and as I say that, they're hopefully going to be tying up the scores, but it's going to be the guys from True AmBiTioN trying to get them out. And indeed, they did shut down that bit of a push. It's a bit of a stalemate here at the scrap time. They're all going to be rotating over that car park hard point now, and as you can see, there are two blue arrows in there ready and waiting, and that is Crib on the ramp to watch the back. So it's a good position for Mike. Really interesting to see how this rotation works for the guys from the Factors.
So am I. I mean, with these scorelines, 158 to 150 points, it's a 4-point game, and this hard point now at this car park is going to really determine a lot, because you can hold it out if you can get the right setup. Now, Wolfie's going to once again be at the back here of Glass, going to take down one, make that two, but the team of True AmBiTioN were able to break in, take out the other three players, and then get a little bit more control. Now, that control might have now gone back to the Factors, but you're still going to factor in that setup was broken. So now this setup's not going to be perfect. They're going to have a vulnerability at that one. Excite doesn't seem to care, though, with a double kill. TA still rolling in. They get another double kill for themselves, and they walk away with that control. Physique tries to contest over on that ramp, but it is going to be Carnage with the double kill. And, I mean, that has allowed them to now take the tie and now take the lead in just a moment. There we go. Had to hesitate a little bit. Had to jump back into the hard point itself, but it's 176 points and counting to 171. The hard point has rotated down to yellow. We're down to our final two hard points here, Maniac. Did you imagine it to be this close?
No, I didn't at all. I knew they were going to be close. I didn't think it was going to be this close. I was so impressed just then how the guys from the Factors were able to so easily break the setup of True AmBiTioN. When it got to about that 15-point gap, I thought, this is it, Mike. It's all over. This is downhill slope for the guys from True AmBiTioN. The Factors are going to stop, but no, it was True AmBiTioN who came back. They then tried to rotate early to get this yellow setup. It's currently the guys from the Factors in there, and they've made it even money right now, and they are, again, going to get the lead. But look at this huge push here from the bottom of his teammate just was taken down. Got to work the S1, picks up one. He's watching himself. He does have a teammate backing him up. And second Carnage is going to get this, but he didn't watch the playing through the window. Back and forth right here, Mike. It's a 2-point game at a minute left. We're going to be rotating over to the last high point, which is going to be over the school. And look at the red arrows there. They are looking angry. This is a team of the Factors there, but True AmBiTioN are going to come in here with force.
Let's see what Physique can do, as he is going to be trying to go into this hard point now. His teammate's going to be trying to support him. One will fall, though, and now they have this control. 206 points to 193. Still can go either way. It's contested. Excited to know there was going to be another one there, and Hunter and Kriv are going to be holding the fort down. Hunter's going to be the last one. No, he will get taken down as well. Physique jumps into this hard point with his teammate Carnage, and they're trying to just hold this one out. The Factors just desperately trying to run in here. There is still, I do believe, enough time remaining for some changes to happen. Beastin needs to stay alive. Beastin picks off two. 17 seconds left. It is now a 12-point game. They need to pick up these kills, and all things can't fail right now. But as I started there, that was just the moment over. I mean, my breath got lost the second they did. And Excite, even though we ended up with a triple kill, that's not going to be enough. 119 points to 205. True AmBiTioN here with map number 1.
When we were on with Excite, watching him just go to work. By the way, I want to point out that that kill cam was pretty nuts. Credit to Carnage there. I was just talking about Excite because when he was going to work with it, I thought that was it. Again, these guys just trolled me. I thought they had control, but it was the guys from True AmBiTioN came in. They just steamrolled them in the end there and were able to clutch it right at the end. It was vital that they took it, and you know, they did. The man, Carnage, came back and cleaned it up for his teammates, and he himself got his 30 bomb in that one. H220 though, 42 for 32. Credit to him. And on the other side, we're seeing a couple of players in the 30s as well. It was the guys from True AmBiTioN that were able to walk away with a 14-point victory. And Mike, that was just to and fro that entire game. That was really a really close tug-of-war there between these two teams.
It really was, and I just wanted to point out, in terms of the KD ratio between these teams, you had 2 players under 1.0 from True AmBiTioN, but they still walked away with the win. So that just really shows that even though the factors maybe not so much getting more kills, but getting more widespread kills within their entire team, they still weren't able to walk away with map number 1. They were getting out OBJ'd, and they did ended up losing 219 points to 205. But we'll take a short commercial break, and we'll be back soon with map number 2, a search and destroy, right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Astro Championship Series CGP match between the Factors and True AmBiTioN. Currently, the series score is 1-0. The True AmBiTioN were able to take out a very, very close, but definitely well-structured victory against the Factors. And I mean, definitely was a surprising map number 1 victory. I definitely, in my personal opinion, thought the Factors, while it might have been close, might have just been able to pull out the way there because of the way they had that last hill set up. But either way, we're on Search and Destroy Solar and Inmaniac. You know, we're jumping on board with the attacking team as per normal, but who do you want to jump on board with?
I was just keeping an eye on Beast, and he went off in that last game. He's running overkill with that Moore's variable soon, but there's no action over his side of the map for the moment. There is one player on the other side of the water tower, as we know. But I want to jump just quickly back over to the bomb carrier, Varenza, because he's also got the scope in hand. Just as to say that, it was actually Zeke able to pick up the headshot there on Wolfie, so he took a fall right there. So we're going to have a 3v4 situation for the guys from the Factors. Expect a bit of aggression from the defending side now that they've got that player advantage. I want to just jump over to Kriv. There might be a little bit of action over here. There's going to be a player right on top of him. H220, he's going to have a player right behind him. Kriv tried to get the shots out. Surely he called it out. He was taken down though, so we're going to have a 3v2 situation. The guys from the Factors coming back here in a nice way. Carnage going to be picking up the kill with this LMG though right now, as the Amelie is coming to work for him. So we've got a 2v1 situation right now. The guys from the Factors only have Excite left alive. You see, the bomb is over towards that middle side of the map, and he needs to make a move. He's up against Zeke and Carnage. He's got 15 seconds to make a move. It's not looking too good for him right now, though, Mike. He needs to go right now.
That he does, and I mean, with this bomb in hand, he can really make this play a reality, but the players might be looking to check this. They spot him. There he goes. He goes off that spin, and that'll be that first round, but I want to see this round in the kill cam. Let's go with Physique here as he pokes out of that pipe room. He spots him on the side. I mean, a nice eye for that. And he was able to take him down. So that's going to be the first round. I mean, there might have been a little bit of banter, as I use that word as loosely as I possibly can, regarding the overall host from number 1, of course, WA team. Is True AmBiTioN. So, but you know, they've opened up to a great start here on the Search and Destroy for map number 2. So we'll see if they can keep it up. They've got this attack around. They're going to be playing a lot more fast pace, but they will get taken down. A shotgun to the face there by Varenza as they open up strong with that. Criven Hunter though adds it back with 2 more kills. It's 3v2, and they've got the advantage.
Varenza with the dirty bulldog just hiding for him there in that flag room there. He was taken down, as we know. Now over here with Excite, the only man left alive for the Factors once again. And we saw this kind of setup last time, except now the True AmBiTioN are going to have 3 alive instead of 2. So Excite hoping to go to work with his SMGs, got the AMS1, sorry, tongue-tied, ASM1, I got there eventually, but it's not going to do anything for him, and True AmBiTioN clutched that one as well, Mike, and we've got a 2-0 lead here to these guys. Now, interesting to note what you said about the Perth host. There was a little bit of banter, shall we say, back and forth between these teams, but True AmBiTioN showing they've got what it takes here, at least taking out the first couple of rounds.
Yeah, I mean, they're currently up 2-0. They've won an attack and they've won a defensive, and even though that was in reverse, they've still won 2 consecutive rounds, and that really does show, you know, I mean, you know, they've won both angles and both sides of the coin. So if they can just keep that one up, regardless if they drop a couple of rounds here and there, if they can just keep that round advantage, they can make things off to a great start. Excite, though, opens up with a huge kill that his team really needed, taking out the nade kill there on Carnage. Carnage was in a critical position to watch that area there on this B side. So without that, they really are blind in this side of things. And Kriv tried to get a couple of nades out, but he didn't get any tags, so he doesn't know exactly where these players are now. He will spot one, and the player will poke on in, so he'll be able to pick off that first kill as he looks for a second. The second will go to contest. Now through the window, that player might possibly be. No, he's going to be going through the L there, and he'll get shut down. The same with Hunter, who gets taken down there by Wolfie. So Physique's the last one alive. He's got a 1v2. He's up against Beeson and Wolfie, and he might be able to make this a reality, this clutch a reality, by just pushing forward and maybe looking to contest his B-bomb before he gets planted. But the bomb has now been planted, and now we'll see that player running out, but he gets stunned, so now they know to turn. And can he make something up? And he gets tags. Amaniac, can he do it?
I don't know. He's got one player in front of him just like that. He's going to be taken down. The movement from the guys from the Factors was just a little too much for them. It was Beaston able to quickly clean him up. Better equipped at that close range. But as you can see there, you can't get more bloody than that. Beaston just clinging to life right there. He's able to finally clean that one up and get the guys from the Factors on the scoreboard. So we're back to a 1-point game here as we head into round 4. True AmBiTioN on the attack here. And yeah, Mike, I mean, these guys from the Factors, they're a very strong squad, so they're not to be ruled out at all, especially in an S&D. They go relatively well most times I see them, so it's going to be interesting to see how they play right here. I've got Zeke on my screen. Verenzen's inside with that Bulldog once again. He's just around the corner here, so watch himself. Gets the tags out. It's Kriv able to get the final shots on Verenzen to drop him, so he's going to be the first to die. Now it's going to be 3v3 as H220 is also taken down. So, very, very close here in round 4. The plant's about to happen, going pretty early. There's a bit of activity up the back there in the factory. I'm just jumping over to it as Beaston was able to take down Carnage back towards the bomb. Physique able to clean up the player there. Excite taking a fall. So, Physique is the only one left alive. The player just outside the door. He is going to be taken down, so quite easily, you're going to be seeing the guys from the Factors get the defuse. This is going to be round number 4 to them, evening things up at a score of 2 rounds each. Myksta, they played that pretty damn well in that round, I got to admit.
That they have, and you know, that really takes back to what I was saying a couple of rounds ago, where they needed to keep a lead. They took 2 consecutive rounds, and True AmBiTioN needed to keep a lead. Now things are tied up. The Factors, they were able to take 2 rounds themselves, both at attack, both at defense. So they've got they've got the experience of winning the rounds and losing the rounds on both those sides. We'll see if they can make this next round count. They've got the attack, Verenzen with the bomb, Beaston on the top here of Glass, just chucking nades galore over the top of the B room and nearly runs into a nade himself. But I mean, all 4 players are still alive from both these teams. It's a 4v4 situation. It's 2 in rounds. We've got 1 minute on that clock, and Beaston is pulling out of Moors. But you know, as we can see from the overall COD vision and the minimap, no one's really there, so we'll swap on over to a player maybe looking to push, and I was a little bit too late there, but Excite got taken in by Hunter, but it does seem like they might be looking to scope out this A side because Beaston's pushing aggressively. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see if they do that big rotation. You know, that'd be a pretty smart play. You've got one player here who's going to be Physique. He is just watching in front of that purple building, but the bomb carrier, you can see he is just checking out up the stairs there. He saw Physique, gets that scope back out. He knows the player's over there, gets the tag with it. Not the kill though, unfortunately. He's going to be rotating back around ASM1. In here, the player just outside there. Oh, rebounds back at him. Needs to watch himself, gets the player as he comes out. And there was a few tags traded back and forth. Decides to go in. Very aggressive play from Verenzen, but he knew he had to make that move. Because if he tried to put that bomb down, of course that player was just going to come straight out and take him out. Look at that. Split-second timing there. The plant did go down, but Verenzen falls. Physique's the only one left alive for the guys from True AmBiTioN. Wolfie, the same to be said for his side. So the 1v1, Wolfie comes out to... sorry, it was Physique to come out to challenge. And he was able to get that. What a clutch play. They're going to get the defuse. True AmBiTioN are going to get the lead once again, Mike. Well played by Physique there. So aggressive. He was a madman. He was just on a madman with a cause there, able to go out and clean up the player there with the bell and then, of course, get that defuse.
Yeah, it was definitely a nice clutch there for himself. And I mean, that's going to bring him halfway to taking out this map. So they've got another 3 rounds to possibly take out to continue their way. But we'll just see if the Factors can possibly answer back. Now, they're going to be on this defensive round. So we'll jump aboard with our attack, and that is going to be True AmBiTioN. Now, they had a good round once again last round with that clutch. And we'll stick on board with Physique going 6-3. Of course, he does have that that clutch that he just had. So, you know, he's going to be rolling with that momentum, and we'll be seeing, you know, if he can make something happen with his bomb.
Yeah, well, let's hope. We're going to see these players from the Factors well spread out. Obviously, you're going to have Renzen with that Bulldog once again inside that B building. You've got Wolfie over here. He's rocking the bow. Just watching that catwalk, you know, it's good positioning just outside that purple building. And as we're seeing here, his teammate was backing up. There is a bit of gunfire out on your map. And you can see here, a bit of a battle taking place. And Excite is going to go down, but also Kriv, as Wolfie was able to clean it up. So it's now a 3v3 scenario. Physique still has the bomb in hand, and you can see he's just looking out, just scoping things out, looking back towards Sand, maybe of course rotating towards this A side. So watch himself. Look at that for COD timing though, Mike. He just turned around and BC came in, shot him in the back, easily cleaned up. 24 seconds left on the clock. These guys, both teams really need to make a move here. We've got a 3v2 situation, probably looking a little bit better for the guys from the faction right now. The Factors, sorry. They've been looking pretty good, and Verenzen obviously going to make a move now. He's got that ASM1 in hand. Could still go either way, and he goes out to try and clean it up, but it's going to be Carnage coming off best there. Mike didn't end up getting down there at the end of that round, and now it's going to be 2-4.
2 more consecutive rounds for the TA side. Now, I don't want to jinx it, so I'm just going to even offer my feedback at the end of that, because the last time I did, they lost 2 straight consecutive rounds. So I'm going to let them go with the flow. Obviously, they won't be able to hear me anyway, but the point is, it's in spirit. It's the commentator's curse, and I really don't want to jinx that, even though I probably already have. But at Maniac, we do have our next round with the guys from the Factors in their attacking round. Who do you want to jump on board with, and why?
Well, let's run with Wolfie. He's been really, really aggressive. He is down currently with his KD. He got 3 for 4. He wants to try and at least even things up. And he was running point. He went straight down the middle of that map. He would have seen the player just on the other side of the catwalk. He was stunned there, and unfortunately, it was going to be H220 taking him down. So he's going to take a fall. So Wolfie and Excite dropped early. You've got still a full TA squad right now. Physique just holding his ground there, just outside of purple. He's been really liking that spot, and it's a really smart position to have. He can watch for those middle pushes from the team. Obviously, with that bow, you can get those long-range shots. Over with the attacking squad, though, Renzen, his teammate's going to run point, and this is where that positioning with that bow player is going to come into play. Beastin, though, does have the scope, decides not to challenge, but because of that call-out from the player just outside of purple, it's going to be easy for these guys, or at least it should, for the Factors to clean it up. I'm on with Carnage now. He's trying to peep in there to have a look at Renzen, decides to get some shots out with that IMR. Great weapon to have here, as you're going to see that bomb player of Renzen try and bounce around, but it wasn't meant to be. Now, Mike, just looking at that situation, that all came from the call-out from the player, that bow player that I spoke of earlier. He was just outside of purple, well positioned to make the call-outs of any plays that happen on that well-used catwalk area, and of course that's where they had to back up. They expected the players to be around the corner of the B building, and of course there was one player just inside. The defending player of, that's actually a bad description, the player who wasn't running with the bomb tried to do the rotation over catwalk. The bow player had him covered. It was just a pinch from there, and it was pretty easy for True AmBiTioN to clean that one up and take what could potentially be the second last round in this game, because we are sitting at 2 for 5 right now.
Potentially is really the key word out of that one, because, I mean, it is still possible. 4 straight rounds from the Factors can take that one out. 3 will be able to tie up the overall and force it around 11. So, I mean, they need these rounds, and they can't afford at all to make any mistakes. They've opened up to a nice play there by Wolfie taking down Carnage. Hunter is going to be maybe looking for this one. Plays him contesting over the bomb, though, and his teammate will drop, but he will be able to pick off the kill in the end. The player's looking to contest over through this pipe side, and he will see him, but he's going to dash to the side. He's going to play it smart. He's going to wait for this kill. Now, his teammate will be able to pick off Wolfie, so it's a 2v2 situation. Physique and Hunter taking on Excite and Verenzen. Excite and Verenzen have the entire map in their hands right now. They need to stay alive. They need to pick off these kills, and they need to get this clutch play to be able to stay alive in this map. They don't want to go down 2-0, stopping over to the WA host for map number 3 on a capture the flag on a respawn variant. So we'll see Hunter. He spots one player though, and he's going to turn around that corner. He knew the player was there from Excite, peeking on out early. And Verenzen now with that shotgun. He's got the Bulldog, but he can't get the kill off. He tries to pull out the shots with, I believe, the bow. He gets taken down. That's going to be 6-2. That's going to be 2-0. True AmBiTioN might not have gotten a couple of nice plays in their earlier matches, but in this one, they're on fire, and they're ready to bring their second victory on the board.
I don't know if it's just this series or what it is, but I don't think I've ever seen the Factors play so passively. I mean, I know they were on the defense there in that last round, but it's just not their typical style. I mean, Forenzen running that Bulldog, he was like camping hard in that B building, you know. Obviously, you could say it's a critical point to hold. He was running the overkill, he had the ASM1 in the back pocket, but I just expected a little more from them. They went down 6-2, totally unexpected when it is their host. We're going to be jumping over to the WA host, as you now mentioned, and going into the CTF. I'm not really feeling it for them now, Mike. I'm really not. And, you know, it's a bit unfortunate for them, but on the flip side, True AmBiTioN looking really strong right now. You saw HC20 going 11 for 4. Nice work from him. A couple of plants going down for Physique and Crib. I'm liking their style right now. They're looking really good, and as you can see on the other side, Forenzen and Excite both dropping 3 for 8. That's not what you want when you're about to go into a Game 3, 2-0 down and on a WA host. I think it's going to be a clean sweep for TA.
I guess we just really have to wait and find out. It's going to be Capture the Flag Biolab up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back soon, right after that. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series CGP League match here between True AmBiTioN and the Factors. Currently 2-0 to the team of True AmBiTioN. I'm Myksta, joined by Inmaniac, and so far, I mean, True AmBiTioN definitely been putting the work in to take the lead here. They only need one more map, and I mean, will this be the map? Will Capture the Flag Biolab go in their favour?
Well, the first map was very, very close. Obviously, we did have that Detroit hardpoint. We moved into the S&D on solo. We just saw where it went to a 6-2 scoreline. So it was quite impressive for the guys from True AmBiTioN. They were off host as well. Now back to their host, which for a lot of people would know, it's a disadvantage to a lot of players being a WA host. So it's going to be interesting to see if the guys from the Factors can keep up. I'm going to be picking not. But it can still go either way, as we've seen all too many times, Myksta. We're going to be seeing the guys from True AmBiTioN have a nice start here. We've actually got Crib trying to go for a run right now. He's got the flag in the hand, jumping around the elbow here. He's got a teammate backing him up. As you can see, there's going to be a huge push across snow there, and Wolfie is going to be cleaning him up and getting the return there. Decides to go back there. He's got the barrel in hand and cleans up another one just outside the red generator there. Going to be pushing outside of green. He did have the flag in the hand, but he's going to be shut down as well by Physique. So it is going very even right now. Forenzen just cleaning up the gas tanks there to take out a player. That was Crib taking a fall. Physique and H220 both picking up kills for their team. And now there's going to be a player just inside of orange, and it's going to be Forenzen coming off second best. So after a minute 30, Mike, still no points on the board, but a lot of slaying happening, especially for H220. 7 for 2 on that 3-point streak.
Well, I mean, in map number 1, he also was the only player to hit his 40 bomb as well. So I think really that shows to his capabilities right now, as he did spot one player there in that bio lab. He is going to be still just searching around for these players, but you do notice from the minimap he's about to run into one there over on the alley. Beeson will take down Kriv, and you see he sees a head there, but that player will go to contest, and that player will be Excite, who takes him down in a nice job shot. Carnage will take down Wolfie, and right now Excite is going to be the player looking to maybe push on up to this flag. No, it's going to be Forenzen, so he's just going to cover Forenzen. Forenzen's going to be looking to push out through this snow side, but he does get stuck in a little bit of a door. He's going to be all the way there in purple, but the opposing team have gotten that flag as well. So it's going to be Carnage with the flag, Forenzen with the flag, but right now Forenzen needs to be careful. Apparently not careful enough. He'll get shut down, and Carnage is going to be looking to get this flag in, and he should be able to. There you go, 1-0 for True AmBiTioN.
That's a nice run by True AmBiTioN. I just want to point out, Mike, I was just going through the players' perks, and it's interesting to note just the comparison of these teams versus, say, what you might see out of pros and whatnot. I see no one out of the guys from the Factors except Excite running a flak or hardwired, and he's got the flak. And I don't know, I just expect when you see a CTF, or you see it especially with uplink, a lot of players will like running that hardwire, so obviously they get slowed down by those stuns or the flak so they can survive those nades that you always see the GB nades thrown all over the place. We see flak on quite a few players from True AmBiTioN. In fact, it's on 3 of them. So whether that helped them in their 1-point lead at the start of this match, I don't know, but it's just something interesting to point out, and I'd probably expect it from these players at this stage.
Beeson with that flag was able to get that capture in, and that's going to make it 1-1. Now, you do notice on the clock there's a minute 40 still left on it in that first half, so that means we still have a second half to come. But, I mean, swapping between these two players, I mean, I'm actually swapping between and getting a lot of FPS lag actually between a lot of these players. So that's not a great sign at all. But it doesn't seem to really have gone to too much drama because everything seems to have gotten to normal. I'd like to say, but I mean, 8 out of 10 players there seem to have been fixed up. So that's always a great sign. As I said, that I might have just jinxed it. But we do have Excite now. Going to be running this flag. He's going to be having players chasing him. Unfortunately, those 2 players will put enough bullets in his back to take him down. That flag returned. And 1 minute here on the clock. Still 1-1.
Yeah, it's pretty even right now. I'm getting a lot of this FPS lag as well, Mike, but as you said, you know, both teams with points on the board. Hopefully it's not too bad for them. I'm just going to be following this flag that was taken here, but Carnage is going to shut that down quick, smart. So Wolfie and Varenzen both taking a fall. 40 seconds left in the half. There is a flag being run right now by Physique, but he was shut down. Beaston going to work there. Carnage also getting cleaned up. So that flag is able to be run once again. And this could be a chance for them, but as I say that, Excite was promptly dropped. So was Varenzen. All the players from True AmBiTioN are up right now, and they want to try and push out with just over 20 seconds left on the clock, though. I'm not sure if they can do it. Physique is in a nice spot. There is time to make this run, but he needs to run perfectly. But as I say that, he had to stall. He's got no support. So we're going to be seeing the half here end at 1 point apiece. And Mike, once again, as we saw in the first respawn, very close game.
Yeah, and I mean, I really got to question that last second play as well. Not because of the time was running out and he hesitated part, but simply because of the fact that he hesitated and then he went to the same way he was going to originally plan to go. With the delayed icon above your head, that really just shows where you are going to be. I mean, there really is no other playing for that one. But, you know, we do have that half time, and we will say... we will see these guys going to dispute that half because of all the FPS issues out of that one. So I think that's a fairly valid point. I mean, you did see it on your screens as well.
Yeah, I got a lot of it, to be honest.
So yeah, so we'll have to sort that out. We'll go to a quick commercial break and we'll be back soon at the end of that one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series CGP League match between True AmBiTioN and the Factors. Now we're going to be on Capture the Flag Biolab, and that is because of the fact that we are replaying the map due to half between sportsmanship and just getting it in their favour. The Factors have agreed to replay the map, but they have replayed it on their host. So it's a win-win situation for them because, you know, they want to take a forfeit. They want to play every map as they come, but, you know, they are going to be the hosting team to avoid the dramas of the lag from that previous host. So I think that's a win-win in everyone's book that we can play sort of hopefully on a more stable connection for that capture the flag. And we did have to end it temporarily to reboot the lobby as one of the players didn't spawn in. So that's why we haven't swapped over the game. But I'm Myksta joined by Maniac. And Maniac, we saw an interesting capture the flag, but the overall score still remains 2-0 to True AmBiTioN. Now, on this one and off air, you were really predicting True AmBiTioN to take this one out. Now that we've swapped hosts once again, is your prediction standing or is it slightly turning?
Well, I mean, on the guys from the Factors, I mean, it was their hosts last game, and they lost that S&D quite convincingly, 6-2. Now, yes, that was a non-respawn, obviously. Going into the respawn now, I don't know, man. Like, the hardpoint was so close, it's just really hard to determine, and that was on that WA host. So it's hard to determine. Short story is I'm still picking TA just because of the way that they've been playing, even off hosting that S&D. It's just going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But if you put a gun to my head, I'd say TA.
Beaston's going to be a little bit late off that spot here, so his team's essentially going to be playing 3v4 for the moment as he is trying to, as right now his teammates are trying to really just push on forward here. Finally off the break, he's there, and now we're back into that 4v4 playing field, but it doesn't seem to have impacted too much. His team was just able to play that passive mid-game control to try and pick off these kills and make a play from there. Either way, we have Varenzen, Beaston, Wolfie, and Excite making a little play forward here, mostly over onto this green side of things, and Varenzen's going to be watching over the mid, but I'm going to jump aboard. I'm going to focus my attention to Kriv, who is currently going to be running it all down. It was my mistake before earlier. It was, of course, the Factors who were actually pushing over to that purple side, not the green side. I read the map wrong, but that is okay because the flag got returned, so no harm, no foul. It's still 0-0 with 1 minute to the game.
I was watching Crib's sneaky little rotation. You know, it would have ended up pretty well for him. He got all the way out to the generator there, and he was going to be shut down in the end. As you can see, there was another quick rotation for the map, for the flag, but it was going to be Excite able to quickly clean that one up. So still no flags out right now as they are all returned. So it's pretty even so far as we're about a minute and a half into this replayed map. H220 going huge. He picked up 2, decided to make it 3, still hungry. He's got the bell out. Can he pick up that 4th player? It's not going to get it. His teammate's going to clean it up instead. So he's on that 3-point streak right now. 5 for 2. He's going to be eventually shut down by Wolfie though. Physique is also going to be shut down just meters away from that flag, and they were able to get the return there. Carnage going to work as well, so we are still at 0 each. But I mean, that was a really strong push by the guys from the Factors, and Varenzen trying to go to work now. He's got the flag in hand again. You can see on the minimap there's a couple players in there. He's got a couple of teammates backing him up. He needs that teammate to run point for him and just clean up that player who got the flag there. He's going to be cleaned up. Varenzen needs to stay alive. He's going to be dropped though. And just like that, the flag's going to be returned, and that was clutched perfectly by the player of HU220, and he is going to be eventually dropped. That doesn't matter. At least he stopped that cap. That's the true reason he did that, and he did what he needed to do. So nice work, and at the 2-minute 30 mark, Mike, we've still got 0 points each with Carnage running the flag.
He's going to be trying to run this flag, but a player's going to contest him there, and he did get taken down in the end. But I just want to note a couple of seconds before that, when he actually picked up the flag from Hunter's dead body, he had the Exo shield. He was able to back off slowly into elbow using that shield to avoid getting shot at, and then was able to go to the top of purple. And after that, he did get taken down. But that is okay right now because his team is still making all these plays. I mean, you look at the amount of just pickups and just the plays that they're making, and it is completely into TA's favor. And I mean, look at that. There we get that flag captured, and you just bring up the overall scoreboard. You got that one capture here from TA, but the returns are just all in the team of the Factors because of the fact that TA are just making so many plays.
Yeah, that's completely right. I was just watching Excite there. He's getting those long-range shots out there, and that flag was capped, as we mentioned. So we've got 1-0 just at that 2-minute mark. So these guys are going to be trying to make a move here. It's all up to the Factors right now. The guys from True AmBiTioN looking good, though. I'm watching Excite right now. He's just watching this flag run. A lot of backup from the teammates. There's going to be a player up high, and Excite cleaning up Carnage there, and he's just trying to get that flag carrier. He's on the defense here, and he does clean up 2, but the flag is still running. I'm on with Wolfie now. He's got the flag on the opposing side. He's up here on top of this snow building. He's got that bell out. He's going to be stunned. Needs to watch himself. He's just dancing around right now, obviously waiting for that flag to come back. So it's a stalemate right now, Mike, and it's very close. Interesting to see which way this is going to go.
It is going to be interesting indeed. I mean, you're still going to be having, of course, that flag attempting to be returned from both parties, but unfortunately, just it did end up getting returned from both parties. No one was just able to get those caps. I mean, really, which was a little bit of a disappointing part. But I'm looking at the clock, and there's 48 seconds left. Now, Maniac, I don't know about you, but the time seems to have just gone so slow for me in this half because of the fact of so much action going on. I could have sworn we entered into our second half, and I mean, we still have that second half to come. That's going to be another 5 more minutes, so the score still might be 1-1, but everything can change in either the next 30 seconds or the next 5 minutes.
I just find it interesting with such a dramatic host change, Mike. Both teams are still on that 1 point. So looks like we're just going to be having Groundhog Day of the previous game. But as I say that, look at this strong push here from the guys of the Factors. And he's going to get away with it. As I say that, he was dropped right at the end there. Crib able to come in and also get the return. He's going to get the flag in hand as well. Beasted! Going crazy there. Going absolutely huge to shut down those few players. And right at the end, we are going to finish things up in the half with 1 round apiece. Mike, it was so close there at the end. There's the final 5 seconds of the half, and obviously Physique is going to be cleaning up with this kill cam here. That player jumping into bio, Excite taking a fall. But man, jeez, it was close there in red.
It really was, and I mean, Beaston, while he might have been able to pick off that double kill, it was just a split second too late before that flag actually got returned. It was just barely off that flag, and I mean, that really just shows, once again, how close this game is right now. The Factors playing for survival right now in this capture the flag. They're down 2 maps to 0. They're yet to get one on the board, and they are still looking to try and make something happen. I mean, it opens up strong with both teams picking off kills each. Carnage, though, will get that first touch of the flag here for this half. Myksta will be there to contest it, pulls out the shield, and his teammates are there for support. It took him a little while, but they got the kill at the end. And I mean, you're seeing with COD Vision and from the mini-map, the flag has been picked up there by Excite, and he's going to be running it through that red side of things, as well as gunfights. You can see a gunfight going on, and it's a really movement-based gunfight, but no one has died. So you can just see a lot. You can just imagine a lot of shots being dropped right there. I was just on board with one of the flag carriers. They both died at the same time. Both flags got returned, and that's back at base for both of those two teams. And Beasted looking to make a play.
I don't think you can have a more even game than that. As you said, we're running with Beeson right now. 18-13. He was just dropped, though, taking a fall there at the hands of Carnage. And he looks like he's under a bit of pressure himself there. The player up on top. Stunned shot is eventually going down. Carnage picking that one up. Crib also taking a fall by Wolfie, who's hungry. He picks up the 2. But Carnage is going to shut down that buffet, and he's going to be dropped. Watching the flag carrier now, he's also taking a fall for Zeke. Picks up 2. One of them's going to be his teammate. That's how wild he's feeling right now. Varenzen trying to make a run with this flag, trying to go to work. Let's make a play, boys. That's what he's saying right now. There's going to be a player just outside here under that green catwalk. He's going to be letting his teammate run point for him. Excite and Wolfie both going to work. A clean run here for Varenzen, but that flag is out. Relying on the teammates to get the return there, but Criv's saying no. Excite gets a drop. There's going to be another player hot on his tail, though. Let's go have a quick look as Wolfie's chasing it down. He's got the bell in hand. There's a player there in front of him on the stairs. Takes down one. Flag carrier now on his own. He's going to be dropped. Now that flag on the other side of the map is still there. Needs to watch himself though. Varenzen under pressure. He's going to be dropped. 220 clutching it right there. Getting the flag and also taking down that flag carrier. Exactly what he needed to do and saving that point for his team at a vital point in this stage, Mike.
Right now, Wolfie is going to have a clear run to go for this flag. That's going to make it 2-1. Now, it took him a lot of attempts, but they got there in the end. They got the lead, and now we're entering into the final quarter of regulation play here in this Capture the Flag Biolab. Wolfie still on your screens. We'll be looking to take down one here over onto that blue side. He will get taken down. Excite's trying to pull one flag. Kriv trying to pull the other. Excite may have got shut down, but the flag's still in play, now picked up there by Varenzen. Kriv, though, will get contested here at this green side. He's going to be at the generator, and he's got 2 of his other teammates there to help out, but it doesn't seem like any of them are going to come into play because it should be another flag cap in run. No, it will get denied moments beforehand. Hunter will get a second one, but he won't be able to stop that flag from getting captured there. That's going to make it 3-1 with 2 minutes left. True AmBiTioN are in a little bit of a pickle.
Yeah, they are exactly a little bit of a pickle is the best way to describe it. We did see Hunter try and do his best there. Excite is going to be going in for another one. Your score is 4 points to 1. The Factors just walking away with it right now, Mike. What a turnaround in the second half.
I mean, 4-1. This game a couple of minutes ago was 1-1, and I mean the fact is they know they needed a map. They know they needed to stay alive, and I think this is really you mentioned a couple of minutes ago how you were a bit surprised of how close it was, especially after that drastic host change. But I mean, I think this is what you expected at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, no, exactly right. That's 100% right. With obviously that host change, but I mean. Yeah, like, I still expected True AmBiTioN to just do that a little bit better, but it wasn't meant to be. Obviously, the second half, it's just been a big steamroll for these guys from the Factors. I'm just watching Excite here. He's trying to clean things up here for this squad. He's got the flag in hand. He's just waiting for that return. A couple of his teammates are going to try and get the return. It's not going to happen. They are probably dropped. In fact, he's going to need to watch himself soon if his teammates can't get the defend for him. We saw one spawn just outside of purple there, and he's going to be cleaning up. That's Varenzen getting the kill. Beaston also picking up another one. 40 seconds left, Mike. I dare say there is not enough time left to recover 3 points. So we are going to be seeing the guys from the Factors walk away with now what might be a 4-point victory here. 5-1's his score in the last 30 seconds. It looks like we're going to game 4.
It does seem to be the case. 5-1 is definitely not the scoreline I was expecting, and it might be 5-2 at a moment, or it might be 6-1, but I was still not expecting such a big point scoring difference between these two teams. And I mean, you mentioned it, we're going to a map 4. Map 4, indeed, it will be uplink on comeback, my favorite uplink rotation, and I mean, that's gonna be that map. 5-1. I still can't get over that difference in scoreline. I mean, I just wasn't expecting it to be that widespread. But I mean, that's just the way these games play. That's why we love our CGP League. And I mean, you look at the overall scoreboard. The kills were just completely in favour of the team of the Factors. I mean, outslaying them, got them that overall possession. That possession at the end of it, once they stepped up their slaying game, they picked off their caps. They got cap after cap after cap. And I mean, their returns were on point as well. They were defending, they were attacking just as equal as the other. But I mean, that's going to bring a wrap to that map. We've got Uplink Comeback coming up next, so be sure to stay tuned. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be back right after that. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series CGP League match between True Ambition and the Factors. Currently, the overall series score is 2-1, still in favour of True Ambition, but the Factors were finally able to pull out a map here on that capture the flag. Now we've got Uplink, and we'll see if they can keep this one up. Either way, we do have the kills going in favour of both of these two teams for this current stage, and yeah, we are going to be having Excite right now. Going to be just trying to pick up a couple of kills, getting a couple of assists in the process as well, and a death in his name, but that's okay because Verenzen is going to be going for this first point throw. No, it's going to be greedy. He's going to be going for these 2 points, and he will be able to get it. That's 2-0 to the Factors.
That's a great start for the Factors. There's something I actually would like to point out though, Mike. If we can go to the top of your scoreboard right now, I think it should be Verenzen. Open up our perks. Let's go through this really quickly because we've got Verenzen here. We're not seeing this flak, and especially hardwired. Nothing out of him. Let's rotate through. Nothing for Beeson. We've got a flak here for Excite, and he's made another run here. And Wolfie as well has nothing. Compare that to the guys from True Ambition. You see Crip here. He's running hardwired. H220, he's got hardwired and flak. Carnage and Physique, you can't see, well, you're about to see them. Physique has hardwired, Carnage, hardwired and flak as well. These are the kind of perks that you should be using in your uplink. And I know it sounds kind of counterproductive right now, or even hypocritical, considering they're now down 3-0, as we just saw the 1 point for the guys at the Factors. But it's something to point out that if you're going to be playing uplink, it is very handy to have that, because those are the things that would obviously slow you down, the stuns and the nades. But, you know, it is a bit of a foot and mouth moment right now, as we are seeing the guys from the Factors get a lot of easy points right now. They're diving through for their 7th one. Mike, this could be over in less than 2 minutes, but, I mean, look, in my defense, the Factors are on the good side. They're on the side where you can get those easy one-pointers from the AC, but, I mean, I got to admit, this is a stomping right now.
I mean, not only about the perks, it's not all about the perks, though, in itself. I mean, at the moment, the uplink game has just been completely controlled by the Factors. And I mean, regardless of what perks are running, they could be running all knives. If they were getting all those kills, then that really opened up the playfield. They were getting relay after relay after relay, pass after pass after pass, then capture, then passing again, then captures, then just one pass and then a capture. They were just getting them down packed for themselves. They know what they needed to do. They've obviously practiced their uplink. There's another 2-pointer from Verenzen. One more point will secure the 10-point score limit for the half, force a straight start into half number 2, and I mean, what a play that would be. I mean, they only need, once again, 1 more point for this. They can even get a 2-pointer and get the upper edge for the second half, but now TA have realized, okay, you know what, we need to play a little bit more aggressively. They're going to maybe try ahead and do so, but they just got slaughtered. Excite's going to be going for this throw, and he will be out. Oh, no, he misses. He falls just short, and TA are now going to scramble for this, and they should be able to make something happen out of this one.
I'm pretty sure everyone thought he had that just then, myself included. Unfortunately, he was going to be able to, be missing there. Crib trying to go through to show at least that their team can get a few points on the board. Indeed, he's going to be going in for the dive. Does pick up the 2 points, so we've got 9-2. Hopefully, they're going to be slowing the momentum here from the Factors squad, because I'm pretty sure that they just redefined momentum. Look at this shield come back into play. Verenzen trying to shut him down, but he's going to be taken down by Physique. What the hell? Oh my gosh, what a play from the guys from the Factors. Obviously, you're going to be seeing the drone still out there, but it's going to be in the hands of Excite. They only need that 1 more point. Can he put it in? He's going to be stunned, and he's going to try and dive. And he does. I don't know how. It would have been just the hair, that last hair just hanging a little bit off the top of his head. Let's have a look here at the replay. He's just hopping along. The little bunny hop's going to get in the points.
The cap just wanted to go in, the royalty cap.
Oh my gosh, he got it there in the end, mate. And look, isn't that amazing? 9 points in 2 minutes, and then it took a minute for the last 2.
I just wanted to point out those 9 points in those 2 minutes were done solely by Verenzen. It was obviously with the work of his teammates passing the ball to him, but he was the one who got those caps. And Excite was like, you know what? I want some points on the board as well. Give me some screen time. And he was able to put it in at the end. And, I mean, what a way to put it in at the end.
you're not wrong, Mike. You're not wrong. He did it with a bit of flair there, and yeah, able to get those couple of points. Obviously, they were able to get 11 points, so it gives them an advantage going into the second half. But as I mentioned, you got to admit that it is just generally accepted that the other side is the better side of spawner, and so True AmBiTioN should have the advantage here, at least on the attack. They just need to shift the momentum, get their headspace sorted, and just go on the attack, because they are quite a few points behind right now, Mike, and they really need to start going to work.
That they do. Carnage is going to be going for this throw in, and luckily he did, because he got taken down shortly after. That's going to make it 11 points to 3. Now, you did note earlier that there was 9 points in approximately 2 minutes or so from the team of Factors, and I mean, that can happen again here for the team of True AmBiTioN. And I mean, if they can possibly make that a reality, they'll be able to take out the win by 1 point as well. They'll be going for another 1 point throw. There we go, 11 to 4. They've got still 2 minutes to make something happen. So once again, this good side could be favorable for them to be able to do so. And he just needs to really work on their positioning. Physique's going to go for once again the same run. He's going to jump over the wall, and he's actually going to pass it this time to his teammate, who nearly missed that capture. Needed to dash backwards to go into it.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. If he was back just a little bit, and also they needed to watch that player coming out of the cuts there under sandbags, but, you know, they got it in. That's all that counts, but we are seeing a 1 point play here by the guys from the Factors, so 12-6 is your score, 1 minute 38 left. It should be pointed out, Mike, that there's only 3 2-point plays, and we saw by the Factors how easily that can happen. So True AmBiTioN still have the opportunity to turn things around and shut down this series right now, if they can. Carnage did have the drone in hand, but 3 players from True AmBiTioN are going to be cut down. Varenzen going for another run. He's going to be promptly taken out by Crib. And now Wolfie's going to be jumping down low, just shutting down these players down low. Excite and Beasted both picking up kills. Points trying to go through here, and it's going to be the Factors picking up another 1 point. So 13-6 with a minute left. Not looking good for TA right now.
It really isn't, but 3 of the players from Factors have been taken down. It's going to be Kriv trying to run this one through once again. It does seem like they're a little bit predictable right now, because they're going straight through power, and then they're throwing the ball, or they're running it in from there. They haven't really taken any other approach, because of course that's really the approach that has the most cover for them to really be using. Run straight down the middle, jump over the wall, throw the ball. Rinse and repeat. It seems to have worked, but with 36 seconds left on the clock, they need to be running these points. That being said, the Factors are just on defense. They're playing defense, and they don't want to let anything give. With 3 players down from TA, it doesn't seem like anything will give at the moment. 23 seconds on that clock, 13-7. Carnage is going to try and run this one down, and he's going to be contested by a couple of players. The Exo Shield comes out. He's going to jump over to the blue roof. He's going to be dashing this one in, and it will fall short, and actually fall to the side as well after his dead body. Physique won't even be able to make something happen there. The ball will be thrown out. That's going to be that map made and really done right now, and that's going to tie up the series scoreline 2-2. We're going to our final S&D, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, so the fact is, you can just ignore my monologue about perks. Whatever you just did, you just do you, baby. I will not interrupt you. When you stomped that freaking hard at the beginning of that first half, that was amazing. I was impressed. Well done. GG, buddies. But the guys from True AmBiTioN, they couldn't answer back. They got those few points on the board. They had the advantageous side in the second half, and they just weren't able to capitalize on it. Mike, they got a few points. We did see a couple of points go on the scoreboard for the guys from the Factors, and you know that just pressed it hard, pressed it home really for them. That they were just the dominant team in that one, and it just shows their 2.0 KD to Beastin. What? That was just an amazing game for the Factors overall, and we're going to be heading into the S&D now, Mike. I'm going to be interested to see how that goes, considering it was the guys from True AmBiTioN who took out that first one in a 6-2 fashion.
We'll just really have to find out, because we'll be going back over onto their host this time, which of course you've got to keep in mind they won the Search and Destroy on the Team of Factors host. So that's going to be a factor, but we are going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back soon with that final map, Search and Destroy and Riot. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Astro Championship Series CGP League match between True AmBiTioN and the Factors. Currently, we are loading up into Map 5, Search and Destroy on Riot, after 4 crazy previous matches thus far in the series. I'm Myksta, joined by AmBiTioN, and this is the decider, Search and Destroy Riot. AmBiTioN, once again, we've seen some crazy matches. Who are you looking out for to either take out this game, or just to highlight their ability in this map?
Well, look, after the first 2 games, I predicted TA to do a clean sweep. We've now seen the guys from the Factors come back and win the last 2 maps, so I need to save a bit of face here, Mike, and I'm not making any calls right now. All I'm saying is that we need to look out for both teams. We're going to be seeing the guys from True AmBiTioN on the attack. We are going back to their host, I do believe, Mike. So It's going to be interesting to see if they take this one out. And Wolfie and Beeson both being dropped early on the defense. So it looks like TA looking strong in this first round.
It does indeed. And, you know, we are going to be on board with Varenza, the last man standing from the faction team. And you know, he's going to be rotating over to his death, apparently, because even though he rotated, he got taken down. He was in a really tricky situation regardless. And let's see this round-ending kill cam here by the player who took him down. And that player, in a moment, will pop up, and that will be Physic.
Yeah, that was just too easy for Physic at the end there, able to take him out, and obviously all of the guys from TA able to stay up in that first round. Now we're going to be jumping over to the defense for these boys. The Factors now jumping over onto the attack, so let's see how they play. Usually, as we know, most players will be going towards that A bomb site. Interesting to see if they'll take the same route, and in fact, as I say that, they're going to be rotating straight over to that B side. Let's have a look who's down there. Physic's in a position to potentially stop this. He might see a player just outside. One player straight outside, spots him, takes down one. That's Beaston taking a dive. He's going to be sniped. Wolfie easily picking that one up. He's, of course, up on that building down towards that bottom left-hand side of your map. He's still got that out. The Bal as well. So, obviously running that overkill perk, but his teammate, Excite, is going to be dropped very quickly. Varenza holding the bomb is still alive right now. These guys from TA are probably suspecting this B push. In fact, you're going to be seeing a player come through fire and into the President's crib. I'm just going to jump over to him to see if he can spot one of these players. He does see Wolfie, but a little too late, so he's going to be dropped. And now this light machine gun trying to go to work, but Wolfie able to clean that one up as well. So Carnage takes the fall. As I say that, Hunter going to work. Varenza, the only one left alive here, Mike, in a 1v1 situation. See what happens here. The bomb carrier gets taken down, and just like that, True AmBiTioN take their second round. And if you recall, Mike, this is pretty much how the first S&D started. The first couple of rounds went to the guys from True AmBiTioN, then the Factors answered back. Will we see a Groundhog Day situation right here? Time will tell.
I mean, look at this round in the kill cam, though. I mean, sorry to just completely draw it back to the game itself, but you didn't quite catch the beginning of it. It was over in the cuts. He picked off the first kill. He then rotated back. He knew he needed to get out of there in case the player went to contest. He then jumped over to the top of the jail and he waited. He then spotted the head of the player as he went into prone. He didn't take out the first shot, though. He waited until that player got into a position where he could take him down. You saw that on your round of the kill cam. You saw him pick off that kill and you saw him get that second round for his team. Once again, though, they are going to be putting back to an A-side aggressive push. And they're going to be trying to get this bomb down early. Nearly there. There you go. The bomb has been planted. Still 4v4 situation, so they always have that advantage when they can get the bomb down that early, because teams just really, the team needs to possibly make a mistake by doing so. Excite's not going to be making any mistakes, though, because he's going to take down Carnage. He's going to bring the numbers to his advantage. Physique will take down Beast in return. He'll spot another player and he'll be able to pick off that kill, taking down Hunter. Players in Aircon have backed off, though, and this might be a time for a defuse out of the team of the Factors right now, as we have Kriv possibly checking this on. One in the flank as well. That's all 4 players down. They're watching all the angles. They're watching back. They're watching behind, and they're watching that side, so no one was coming in the way of that bomb defuse, and that was just proven there by the first round for the Factors, 2-1.
I was watching Varenza for most of that. That IMR is just, it's a nasty weapon, isn't it? It's really working for him there. He was able to clean up that last kill. That was, in fact, his first kill by that single burst to take down the player. Just looked nasty looking back on it. Now we're going to be seeing these guys from the Factors on the aggression. Once again, Varenza running that bomb, usually running OBJ for his team. His teammate's going to be running point for him up high, up on the corner there. That's Beasted. He's got the ASM one in his hand. Nothing in the back pocket but a knife. Ooh. So he's going to be trying to go to work for that. As I say that nade able to take down Varenza, and Excite also taking a fall from Crib. Beasted runs into one, goes with a smack, but Crib dropping low to take him out. And Wolfie, before you know it, is going to be the only one left alive. Now the Factors took out that last round, Mike, but I don't know if Wolfie can pull off the 1v4.
I'm sorry, I'm just having a laugh at I was looking at the mini-map, and I saw 3 blue arrows just run into each other after Beaston got taken down. Now, those arrows started shooting and they started spinning fast. And it seems like there nearly might have been an accidental friendly fire at the end of that one as well. I'm really quite sad that I didn't actually quite catch that one. But back to the game, we have Wolfie being able to pick off one knee. You mentioned a 1v4 is going to be a hard task where he just got the first one and he's got 25 seconds to make something else happen. With the bomb down at A, he needs to go for these kills. You'll see a second, and there you go, gets taken down. So they're halfway here. True AmBiTioN, I mean, they're halfway there. Let's see if they can possibly continue this one out. What do you reckon, though, Inmaniac? Is this too good to be true for True AmBiTioN?
Not really. I mean, they took out that first S&D. It was 6-2. We both got to admit that's a pretty convincing scoreline. And I was watching the player there from the Factors. He had a bit of a shaky shot there right at the end. I think it was it Wolfie? It was Wolfie, wasn't it? Right at the end. He was taken down. I don't know, man. He had a bit of a shaky shot. That's when you said he started the one before. He was never going to finish it, not with shots like that. But yeah, TA's looking strong right now. 3-1. We're going into round number 5 here. It's True AmBiTioN back on the attack. Vizika here in a nice position to potentially get this bomb down. He's got a bit of a spot. Needs to watch a player that's just inside a fire. And obviously, there's a huge push from the corner just up here on the second level. Needs to watch himself. They're backing up. Now, he needs to get this down right now. His positioning is really well. There's going to be a player straight down the middle of the prison. He's getting shots out. Varenzen picking up a kill. Excite is as well. And now, H220 Hunter's the only one left alive. He is going 5 for 1 now, so that's a nice scoreline. And if anyone's going to get a 1v3 from this team, just going by statistics, it's most probably going to be him with 40 seconds left and the bomb down on A. He might be in a good position here. He was snagged on the scenery there for a little bit. Mike, you reckon he can do it?
After getting stuck on the stairs for a good 5 seconds, I don't think so. But I guess we'll just really have to see how things play out. He's going to have one player in that back left corner. Will he check that one? And it does seem like he will. And he will be able to pick off those shots. Now, he's still got 2 players left. He's going to be dashing all over the place, of course, making a little bit of noise. But still got a little bit of that XMU still left in the chamber. We'll see. Will he run into another player? His time is running out for this one. The players are going to be checking these bomb sites. He doesn't have enough time to get this bomb planted regardless. He left it too late. And you realize that from when it went 4.5 seconds and he started panicking. But then he tried to regain composure, got taken down from the side. We're about to see how in this round did he kill cam exactly. And there you go, Varenzen. He just went there. Hunter realized it was too late. He got taken down, and that's going to be another round to the Factors. However, you need to consider the overall scoreline. It's 3-2. The round is still in favor of True AmBiTioN, and by the end of this map, that could make all the difference.
This is what we saw. This is what we saw in round 2, Mike. I'm not worried for the guys of True AmBiTioN. I'm probably once again going to be eating my words here, but this is where you're probably going to see them come out hard. Now, the guys from the Factors are on the attack, but True AmBiTioN have proved that they have been pretty damn decent on the defense as well. They've got a player sitting right up the back, as you usually do. He's got the IMR. Got a player up on that 3rd level, looking down below. That's going to be Kriv, getting the nade out as well. Just watching that. Varenzen, the bomb carrier for the Factors, watching fire there. Not going to be really anyone in a position there, and they're kind of dancing around each other, these players on the north side of the prison. H220 down low, and he's going to be spotted by Beaston, who came around the corner. So Beaston picks up the first kill here in this round. It's going to be a close one. Kriv in a nice position here, able to spot Beaston, who comes around that corner. So Beaston, the revenge is going to come back and bite him in the butt. He's going to be dropped pretty fast. Varenzen now rotating around with his bomb. Interesting decision, especially because Physic's going to be there waiting for him, able to shut that one down pretty fast. But Excite answers back, as you're well aware, Mike. We now have a 2v1 situation with Excite, the only one left alive. And as I say that, he just took down Physique as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to make it now into a 1v1. So it's up against Kriv. Excite taking on Kriv there. The bomb is now being picked up there by Excite, and he's going to be rotating through the prison now. He's going to be looking to maybe go through fire and get this bomb planted here at this A bomb site, whereas Kriv is on the other end, and Kriv's now begun this rotation. So we'll swap over to him, as we know Excite's going for this bomb plant. Kriv's now going to be checking this one, but will he get there in time? The bomb has been planted, but will he pick off the kill? Player's going to be running into him. There you go. There's the shots, there's the kills, there's the shots. Added in extra, added in full. Swaps to the secondary weapon as well. And that is going to be that defuse down for them. It's going to bring it 4-2. Now, he really needs to hope that those extra bullets into the body, that they can be backed up in the next couple of rounds. Because that's just going to be embarrassing if not.
Yeah, I have faith. I called this. This is what's going to happen.
You also called a clean sweep.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you're going to see it again. You're going to see another 6-2. You're not going to see the guys from Fact pick up another round.
Okay.
Why not? I've made enough dodgy calls. Let's make it another one, Mike.
Well, you know, it's not so much dodgy. This is at least having a little bit of fact to it, because this is exactly how it happened last round. They got 2 rounds.
Yep.
They lost 2 rounds. They got 4 rounds. And so far, adding up to a nice play, but will history repeat itself is the question. It's a different map. It's a different play style from these teams as well. And you mentioned earlier on that you thought the reason why the scoreline was so low from the factors was because of their passive play. Do you really see that being the case here in the Surgeon Destroyer ride as well? Or is it for a different factor?
Well, I do. Look at your minimap. You've got 2 players out in the prison courtyard. They're like, you normally have one back there with either a scope or an IMR, or maybe even a bow. You know, they're running anchor right out the back and watching for those rotations around, especially on those couple of top levels. They had 2 out there. They had 1 in the corner just inside of the A building, just there on the north side of the prison as well. That to me speaks of a passive play in the way that they were all bunched together up the top there. They didn't have the spread. They didn't push in hard. They weren't going up high and looking down the lanes. I don't know. It just... Compared to what play, with that said, it's worked out for him here in a little bit. They've got the player advantage right now. As I say that, Wolfie does just get dropped, though, by Carnage. So you've got a 2v2 right now. The bomb is in hands of Kriv. I don't know how he survived there right now. Carnage watching the flank. But no, Kriv just didn't get out fast enough. So Carnage, the only one left alive. Trying to go to work, 1v1 right now. Mike, I don't know, man. I reckon... Carnage just got it. Carnage just got it.
I don't think so. He's going to be going for this bomb plant,
No,
of course.
of
course. It just...
Damn it, Mike.
The second you said he got this, I just knew it was over. I just knew it was over. But not only did he lose because of the fact that you backed him up, he lost the prediction for you win this map as well.
Yeah, yeah. 100%.
You are not having 100%. A good day at all, my friend.
I'm not having a good day. Feeling rusty. I blame the update. moving on. Let's look, Mike. It's even the past, mate. Let's leave it in the past. We're heading into round 8 here of the S&D on Riot. True Ambition let me down, man. Let me down. I thought they'd be able to clean it up, but the guys from the Factors trying to turn it around. Maybe they heard me through telepathy because they're trying to say that they're not ruled out yet. And Verenzen's going to be on the attack here, bomb in hand, as he's usually doing. Always watching that fire, which is what you want to do. But the positioning, Mike, the positioning is a little bit differently set up for these guys of True Ambition. You had 1 over on that B side, you had 1 down the back, and there was 2. 1 inside the building and 1 up on the corner. So... I don't know, I like their setup just a little bit better than what the Factors were doing. You know, it seems to be working for them. They've got the advantage right now, but the Factors, of course, trying to answer back. Beeson getting dropped pretty early on, though, so we've got a 3v4. Still, as Mike, you love to say, could go either way.
It really still could. I mean, 4-3, it's 1 round the difference, and it is a 4v3 situation at the moment, but the bomb still has not been planted. That's really an important factor that you got to consider between these two teams. So the rounds that really were won by TA, they got the bomb down early. For Factors, they're relying on these kills, and they're relying on these plays to make them happen. It's a 2v2 at the moment, and it is Wolfie and Verenzen. Verenzen, though, going to be playing a little bit sneaky. He's going to be rotating all the way to this B bomb site, where his teammate Wolfie had cleared it all out, and the bomb was starting to get planted. They're watching over through this A side as well. Hunter's going to be watching one. Physique should be watching the other, but he's actually all the way into that building side as well. So both players were dedicated there to that angle. Physique might be running into one here at the back of those courts, but will he see him, though? That is the question. Will he go straight in underneath? And it does seem like he might be moving for the same approach either way. COD timing at its finest. And we are going to be having a couple of shots off in the background as well. So will he go for these contests? Did he see that player just jump over the fence? And it does seem like he missed him just again. With 16 seconds remaining, still in 2v2. He will finally see one as Wolfie nearly turned around that corner. There you go. They'll be able to go for that defuse. But COD timing 3 times in a row for the same contest that was just waiting to happen, finally happened, nearly resulted in a turn-on, but the round still went in favour of True Ambition. They're 1 round closer. They are on map point, they are on match point, and they need this point to walk away with this win.
Hey Mike, 6-3 is close enough to 6-2,
Doesn't
right?
count. Does not count at all.
I'm taking it as a win.
I'm denying it. I'm throwing the win out the window for you.
damn it. We're going to be seeing the guys from True AmBiTioN potentially the last round in the map and in the series as they're trying to clean this one up and take down the guys of the Factors. Physique is going to be rushing in, cleaning up Wolfie. We've got a 3v3 situation. Physique also has the bomb in hand, needs to watch himself. A couple of players are in position on the other side, so he's got a pretty clear plant right here as Crib takes down Forensic in the background. And look at that! All cleaned up. What a way to finish. 6-3 is close enough to 6-2. Josh gets the win.
That they do it. 3.
I love that you just go straight with the typical response. That he does. I'd like to say it was strategic. It wasn't really, but you admitted the victory, Mike, for me, so I'll take it.
I was about to say, I was about to give you that, but at the end of it, I'm going to decide no. I don't want to.
Oh. Was it my BM? Was it my BM?
It really was. I was about to give it to you. I was saying the words to give it to you, and you interrupted me, and then gave it to yourself. So that's not going to count. That's going to be denied. And I mean, that's just a bad luck to you. But that is going to be 3-2 to True AmBiTioN. They deserved that victory there at the end of that one. They did a great job to secure their second victory here in our CGP League. But the Factors night isn't over just yet. It is a doubleheader after all. They'll be back right after the short break, taking on Avant-Garde for our second match of the night. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be back soon once these teams get themselves organized. But I mean, just once again, a credit there to that match. True AmBiTioN and the Factors. What a match it was. We'll be back soon, though, after this short break.